Welcome back to the Capes and Tights podcast right here on capesandtights.com. I'm your host, Justin Soderberg. Once again, this episode is brought to you by our friends over at Galactic Comics and Collectibles at galacticcomicsandcollectibles.com. Speaking of that, Paul Eaton, comic book retailer of Galactic Comics and Collectibles, is joining us once more to say Merry Christmas to everybody and watch Die Hard, the Christmas movie. But before you listen to this and discuss Die Hard with us, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads, all those places. You can rate, review, subscribe over on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcast. You can also watch the video over on YouTube or on our website, capesandtights.com. This is Paul Eaton of Galactic Comics and Collectibles and myself discussing Die Hard, a Christmas movie. So enjoy, everyone. Welcome to the podcast, Paul. Merry Christmas.
We're back. Merry Christmas, Justin.
It's now
my
December.
favorite time of year.
It's awesome. It's so great. It's now safe to say that to people and talk about it. Like, I feel like last week, you're kind of like, there's like 50% of the people who will punch you in the face and 50% of the people who will like embrace you. And so you never know, like you never really know
we
what
already had Christmas decorations up at our house, and we hosted Thanksgiving this year. And whatever, it is what it is.
Well, here's my theory. If you buy
you
a Christmas present,
eat turkey at my house, you have to deal with the Christmas decorations.
If you buy a Christmas present for someone, that moment you buy that Christmas present, you're technically celebrating Christmas. So like if you buy a Christmas present for someone like November 15th and you say, oh, you can't set up your Christmas decorations, then what the hell? Then stop buying the presents November 15th. Like wait till after Thanksgiving to buy Christmas presents then.
Right.
Unless you're buying them for me.
Don't listen to retail for that. Retail wants you to buy Christmas presents all day long.
Well, my big thing was
all
always
day, every day, all year. Keep it going.
If you're a massive Thanksgiving fan, so like you just do the turkey, the cornucopia, you're doing like the crafts, you're doing whatever you want, fall themed, then cool. Wait till the day after Thanksgiving to celebrate Christmas. But if you really just let the holiday go by, you visit the family, you do all that stuff, but don't actually like do stuff about it, then why not? Like I don't understand. Like it's not like you're saying screw you to the holiday. You're still celebrating the holiday, but like my mom used to do it, but like I don't know very many people who set up like full on Thanksgiving decorations. And so like
I think we have one of those signs. It's like happy fall or whatever with some pumpkins and that stuff in it. And then we have like a scarecrow that usually comes out and like lives on the porch, like sits on the stairs or whatever. And I don't think this year we even did that. I think we went straight from Halloween. Actually, I know we did. We went straight from Halloween to Christmas. Like November 1st, I had two of the girls. Oh, we went to a hockey game.
Yeah.
Charlotte and Emma and I went to a hockey game. When we got back, Liz and Katie had already started putting Christmas decorations up. All the Halloween stuff was gone. We jumped right over the whole fall season thing that goes on for like whatever.
Well, I mean, we also spend so much money on these decorations, right? Over the years, and you collect them. I mean, I have
nice to see
eight totes of stuff in the basement for Christmas, whether it be like stockings or decorations, and like if you spend so much money, like okay, so we get 20 days of using it. Like, come on.
Right.
So we set up small things here and there last month in November, some here and there, and then we didn't set our tree up like you didn't until this weekend. That's our tradition.
Yep.
We the Saturday after Thanksgiving, you get our tree, we put it up, we do all that stuff, and so
we do ours Friday. I was out there.
That makes sense. Like it makes sense to me.
I was out there hacking the thing down, and by hacking, I mean now I have the Sawzall, and I just screw this.
See, we went to the place. This place in the
dirt or anything.
We moved to Newport, right? And so our where we get our tree changed because we used to get the Boy Scout. We used to support the Boy Scouts in Orrington, and then you just go up there, you pick a tree out. They're all fresh cut trees from the local area, but like you pick it, you pay them, they get a donation basically. They get some fundraising, and then they'll deliver it to your house for free. And so what we typically do is
plugging it in.
Yeah, like on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, we'd swing by on the way to the grocery store and we'd pay them and we'd do all this stuff. We'd go get our groceries and we'd come back. And by the time we get back, about 5 minutes later, the guy would stop by with the Boy Scout. They bring it right in your house. And I was like, that's cool. It's easy. It's supporting the Boy Scouts. It's doing all this stuff. Yeah. And we're right down the street. And then we're like, oh crap, now we're going to Newport. And so my father-in-law was like, test to see how far they'll deliver for free. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not delivering to Newport for free. It's okay. It's a half an hour away.
Look, kids, you want this money or not?
And so we went to a local place, and we were just about to cut a tree down. Like we were like, oh, let's borrow a saw, go cut it down. And it was so windy. It was like on the top of a little hill, and there's so much stuff going on. And I was just like, you know what? They had about a dozen trees they had cut that morning. And so I
Nice.
was like, oh, well, I'll just pick one of these and put it in there. We got it in the house. So it's great. We got a fresh cut tree. It's real. We just didn't cut it down. Next year, Riley will be a little bit older. Nova's a little older. We'll go do it and do the actual whole cutting the tree down thing. Because
yeah, let him go.
I like that thing. It's always an event. Like you do your Christmas shopping, you do your coloring, you watch your Christmas movies, you cut the tree down. That's all a thing. It becomes tradition.
Hell yeah!
And you watch Christmas movies like I mentioned.
Die Hard.
Like Die Hard. So. Yes. We thought this year, I mean, every year around this time, we try to watch something that's Christmas related. Last year, we watched Batman Returns and talked about it because
all the way, right?
Yep. And then next year, I think we're gonna do Nightmare Before Christmas because I think it's one of those fun, different ones.
There we go.
So my wife and I consider that a Thanksgiving movie only because it's not really a Halloween movie, but it's not really a Christmas movie. So you watch it right around Thanksgiving.
It's good to get right in the middle. I have actually never watched the entirety of The Nightmare Before Christmas.
See, we'll do that. And that's funny to think about. Out of all the movies we watch around the Christmas time, 2 of them will be Tim Burton movies, which will be kind of funny. Yeah. So, but it's a Die Hard. It's Die Hard. So it's also one of those ones that, okay, let's start off with this, Paul. In your opinion, is it a Christmas movie?
For argument's sake, I'm gonna go, yeah, why not?
Okay. See?
Why not? It hits the stuff, right? A guy's trying to get home for the holidays. His wife's name is Holly, so we have the whole we have something, either Nick or Holly or Chris or whatever. Mm-hmm. So we got that in there. And it all takes place during Christmas. You got all the Christmas decorations. And honestly, it makes a lot of references to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wanted to get the Funko Pop back in the day of the dead terrorist with the Christmas hat on and the ho ho ho.
Yeah.
And was just like, no, we're not putting this out.
It's like Christmas. Have you seen the Christmas one reviews people make, and they cut that, the image of him crawling through the thing, and they make it and they hang it on the Christmas tree? Or that photo has been photoshopped over the years of adding a Christmas hat or Santa hat to him in the Dr. Sosa.
I saw one of the ones where you count the days by Hans Gruber falling off Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah, see? It was like, so it's so funny how it's become this like cultural, almost phenomenon, this cultural thing about it. So yes, I would agree. I would say it's fringe, like it's on the outskirts of the Christmas movie. This is not your Christmas Carol. This is not your Christmas Story. This is not your Home Alone. However, I have a statement to make about Home Alone, and it's there. So if you actually look online, and I Googled this and did kind of the research on it, the definition of what a Christmas movie is, okay? A movie classified as Christmas is if it's set during the Christmas season and the holiday is central to the plot, affecting the character's actions and motivations.
You got it?
All of it. So you start the first 2 minutes of the movie, Paul, the first 2 minutes of the movie, you have a mentioning of Christmas and the theme. Okay. Yep. In the first 5 minutes of the movie, they're at a Christmas party. And in the first 8 minutes of the movie, you hear a Christmas song. And so
you get Run DMC with the Christmas music right in there. And so Johnny Christmas music, this is Christmas music. Yeah.
And then when they break into the actual safe finally, the music isn't celebratory regular music, it's celebratory Christmas music. And so all of that says yes, it is. But again,
this is just a story about a nice guy and his friends trying to spread Christmas cheer and wealth, and this angry dude trying to prevent it.
So Home Alone, that's my statement about Home Alone, is
are we going to get angry fan mail about this?
Yes, more Christmas related, because obviously there's like he sees Santa, he goes Christmas shopping.
Yeah, he goes to Santa to make his Christmas wish.
However, take that and set that during Easter. Same thing.
Family leaves. Yeah,
family leaves, goes on vacation.
Didn't do that.
He goes to you see the Easter Bunny at the mall. Yep. So to me, honestly, it's like the central point. The point is the family goes on vacation. That's the point of that movie. It's not because they're going on it is Christmas break and that. So to me, I'm always like, Die Hard's not a Christmas movie. Then Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie. In that sense of like, it's a little extreme to think about, but in the same sense of like
he watches The Grinch, but his overall movie that he keeps playing is all the like gangster, like old like movie that has nothing to do with Christmas either. Like that's the centralized thing of him using that movie.
And so I think
that's not a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm. So I think that it's one of those. It's hard to say. So there's also timing. So Taylor and I have this methodology to watching Christmas movies. And there's like a time for things. Like the week, maybe 2 weeks before Christmas is when we watch A Christmas Story and Elf and Rudolph and like as you're like, okay, we're getting into the Christmas season.
Right, we're really
like
easing
Thanksgiving weekend, the weekend after Thanksgiving, that's when I watched like your like fringe ones. Like I watched Fat Man or which is like the Mel Gibson Christmas movie and horror Christmas movies and Die Hard and Nightmare Before Christmas and those ones because it's like, okay, we're at the beginning of it. So you can watch those ones that touches on it, but doesn't actually like dive fully into it. And that's where I think Die Hard sits is that you should watch Die Hard if you want to watch it every year for Christmas on like the weekend of Thanksgiving. So you get your Christmas tree up and you sit up and watch it.
What we'll do is we'll watch the family one. You know, we watch the traditional family Christmas movies that we watch. And then when the kids go to bed, Liz and I want some more movie. We're trying to hang out. And, we can't watch the ones that the kids always want to see. Mm-hmm. So we'll watch Die Hard or we'll watch The Ref or we'll watch, honestly, Lethal Weapon the first Lethal Weapon takes place during Christmas. So we'll watch these like fringe or inappropriate Christmas movies. I'm not going to sit down and watch Bad Santa with the kids. So...
Yes, exactly. And so there's this time and place for it. So there's that. That's the whole thing about the Christmas movie part. So that's why we're doing it this year. It's Christmas or this time of year. It's Christmas-esque, if that makes any sense. It's that fringe. Yeah. And again, I would classify way more of the Christmas movie than Batman Returns. And so,
Yeah, I think this has much more of a Christmas theme than Batman Returns. Batman Returns basically had the parade that gets interrupted with they're lighting the tree ceremony.
Yeah.
And then I think that comes back again with the tree ceremony, and then there's some like snow scenes and stuff. Besides that, like it's definitely not nearly as centralized around Christmas as this movie is.
Mm-hmm. So actually, my biggest question, Paul, is why is our holiday party for Galactic Comics not as good as this holiday party? Well, besides the terrorists taking over the place, I meant like the actual party.
I was gonna say, do we want terrorists taking over the Christmas party?
It would be exciting.
Right? I suppose that's true. I'm not gonna fit in an air duct.
Well, I mean, they make them bigger nowadays. It's fine.
Yeah, it better be good size. Yeah.
It's the whole, a building that size. So the funny thing is, that's actually what Fox is like. Nakatomi Plaza is actually where like Fox Films or whatever, Universal, whatever that, whoever's the production company.
The whole movie was filmed in L.A.
Yeah.
On site.
It's pretty funny how that is the thing. And again, Christmas movies tend to come out in November, December. Like they don't tend to.
It really surprised me. This came out in summer. Yeah, it surprised me. I mean, it makes this the summer blockbuster, but it surprised me that this didn't come out in like November. Mm-hmm. When I was reading about this. So this came out 88, right?
Yes. July 15th, 1988.
Okay, so I was 6. Mm-hmm. And I must have seen this movie probably when it came out on VHS the next time. Like I saw it when I was probably like 7. Mm-hmm. And was absolutely hooked. I was right hooked on action movies at this age. Yeah. And I love the fact that originally they went to like Schwarzenegger and Stallone and like the big action stars all said no, and then they got Bruce Willis, who is perfect for this role. Well,
and honestly, I think I remember note that it's actually like his first big role.
Yeah,
like he was in other stuff before this, but like he was never in this big of a role. And to be honest with you, while we're talking about this too, it's glad we're talking about it now. I mean, he's not long for this earth right now, and I think that he's in a spot where he can't. And so, and I people give him Rickman. Exactly. So people gave him a lot of shit too towards the end of his career. He was just trying to make some money, and so there's a lot of the movies towards the end of his career that kind of like put a damper on his longer career. But he's got some awesome stuff, and he's done some amazing stuff. He's a singer. He knows he has albums out that he's written, and so on and so forth. And we actually have an brewing company in downtown Bangor. We have his one of his vinyl records. But
that's cool.
And he was talented, and so but here's my thought is, Paul, why make it like did you think that anybody behind the scenes wanted this question and this conversation and this thought process behind the Christmas connection?
I think they were probably making an action movie. I think that was their goal, was like, let's make an action movie. The action like series had started taking off more in this era, and they were like, we got to make a big action movie. I don't think they had any. I think it was just kind of.
But why set it around Christmas? Like, isn't it possible to just do? He's coming back in the summer. He's visiting Holly again, like just either trying to reconnect.
Right.
He's coming back to visit, or around any other holiday, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. Like you could have done a bunch of different reasonings why these are people coming back together. And the party in the plot in the hotel or the office park was not just about Christmas. It was about a successful year. And so it's like it could have been a New Year's movie. It could have been, sometime in April. So why Christmas in that sense? Like there really isn't. Again, this is the devil's advocate part of this thing is why is it a Christmas movie? Like there's nothing that makes it have to take place during Christmas. Really. No,
but
I guess you don't travel to visit people, or he wouldn't have gone out of his way with how busy he was in New York to visit Holly if it wasn't for the holidays. It wasn't
Christmas. Yeah. He's trying to get home and see the kids. Well, get to LA now where she is and see the kids and, maybe this re-sparked the marriage and all that sort of stuff. And I think that Christmas was a sort of perfect reasoning to all of the stuff going on. And if you're the terrorist, it's the perfect time to hit. Most of the people are gone. Yep. You have enough people there, but not so many that you can't control the situation. Who's going to expect that a terrorist group, or actually just a pile of robbers, but a terrorist group is going to hit this Christmas party? Yeah, like they had it. It's a perfect timing. Most of the building's closed, but it's still there, and they needed
to have him there. They needed
the building still functioning to be able to do what they were set out to do. So really, it all boils together perfectly.
It worked in their benefit because let's be honest, how many times people watch this movie nowadays? I mean, it's a great movie, but like how many times do people watch this movie nowadays as people got older and as the movie progressed? Because it was like that connection to Hollywood. Oh, why do people say it's a Christmas movie? Let me try. Like, would I sit down with Taylor and just be like, watch this movie? It's a great movie. Unless it was like, people don't say it's a Christmas movie. So like, there is that, like, maybe they just fell ass backwards into it. Like, how many people have bought the DVD, watched the movie, streamed it, all that stuff? No, I have. So that's the funny. Another thing I wanted to say to people was, it's actually surprising, I think, to a lot of people that it's actually based on a novel. It's based on a book called Nothing Lasts Forever by Roderick Thorp.
Which I now really want to read too.
Me too. And I feel like that's one of those ones. And I feel like now I want to wait till next Christmas to read it like in the holiday theme. Like,
great to,
But it is. I think the movie was made for $35 million in 1988. And it came out in the summer, so it was their summer blockbuster with a relatively unknown guy. I mean, he was known, people saw him on TV, but like you're not talking like you're a blockbuster person.
Star television stuff, but not ever being in a movie, never really, never headlining something like this.
And it was super successful, $142 million.
I can't really imagine the big muscle-bound dudes doing this as well as Bruce Willis did. The more like every guy, that he fills. And also, I can't imagine Stallone delivering the lines. the way Stallone is.
Yeah, no, because you would have thought he was more of. Honestly, would have thought he was more of the terrorist than the terrorist. He would have been like, like that side of things, because he's like, okay, it's more like Arnold Schwarzenegger doing it and be like, wait, hold on a second, it wouldn't like you're not like this is confusing.
Wait,
you're the foreign national here, not Bruce Willis. But so outside of the Christmas thing, it's an action movie. It's got heart because you see that, and also like it proves to you how to save your marriage, just be attacked by a terrorist while you're fighting, because then you guys come together because you guys are almost about to die. Together. So like, which obviously we've seen these movies. There's multiple of them. It actually doesn't work out in his benefit, but
Liz says every time I watch a movie, it's so sad they don't actually stay together.
It's like, okay, that doesn't work. But let's be honest, he's a diehard cop from New York. That's like loves his job, that does all this stuff, that he's a career man, and obviously that's they're both career people. Like she has one career and he has this one career, and it's just not going to match together, and so on and so forth. It's one of those things that they probably do love each other deeply. It's just not going to work out, and that's what ends up happening. Spoiler alert: this movie came out in 1988. The sequels came out just not that long after that. So if you haven't watched it yet, that's your own damn fault. I saw Die Hard 2 in the
theater. I specifically remember going to the theater and seeing Die Hard 2, being really
excited. So it made it super successful.
Which also takes place during Christmas. The sequel is another
exactly, and that's one of those ones where I'm like always like, oh, and then Home Alone 2 does too, and it's like, okay, this is like
I love in Die Hard 2 the references that, like, how can the same shit happen to the same guy twice?
It was true. And it's what I've always thought about 24. It's like after a certain period of time, 24 and Die Hard,
Oh,
after a certain period of time, you're like, okay,
24.
there's only so many times you can save the world
Yeah.
or go against the president's orders
Yeah.
and then people go,
Mr. President.
don't worry,
Over and
I've
over.
almost killed someone or pretending like I was the villain. Like you can only do this so many times where someone's like, okay, you got to stop. You got to get out of the. And so, but like
Probably time to retire. Like,
truthfully though, what makes this a really good movie? Like to me, I'm like always the Christmas connection's always been there. I love Bruce Willis. I'm always a big fan of movies that are part of the series. Like the number of Die Hard movies makes the movies better a little bit because of the fact that I can go back and watch a bunch of them. Like if I watch Die Hard 1, I can watch 2 or 3 or 4.
I really enjoy the first 3.
What makes this a good movie in your opinion? Like I think it's a good movie. Right?
Honestly,
we're in agreement here. It's a good movie, right? Like.
So I think Alan Rickman, as Hans Gruber, is phenomenal. I think the villain gets it. I don't know, he's slimy, he's sleazy. He'll do whatever it takes. He has no like care, but he's also like he's suave and he's smart and he's like. So I feel like you have the perfect. Not to mention you get like the perfect characterization here. You get this regular cop versus the guy in the suit, you get all of this stuff going. And yeah, I don't know, this whole movie, like the flow of this movie is perfect. I think the timing and delivery is perfect. It was weird when I was reading about critics' reviews that all the critics loved Alan Rickman. They all said like he was perfect. Yeah. But the amount of reviews that said that Bruce Willis came out flat. Yeah. And I'm like, really? Because I didn't see that. And that most of his acting was against special effects, which is true. Like, there's a lot of scenes of like crazy special effects in this that he's going against. But I feel like you care about the characters. I feel like even Holly, as like the side character, sort of the damsel in distress role she's supposed to be filling, you still care about her. She's gritty. She doesn't put up with crap. She's not afraid to go up in front of Hans and make the demands for the people that are there. So I feel like everything in this movie just clicks. Like they nailed it when they got this thing.
Yeah, I think it is casting. Is like there's a couple of characters that are like kind of annoying, or you could have cast anybody, but like Bruce Willis, I say yes, he falls flat a little bit, but not in a negative way. In my opinion, it's the everyman. Like he's not a superhero 100%. Yet. Like when you get to Die Hard 3, 4, 5, 18, 20, he becomes a superhero. And like he's jumping bikes into helicopters and shit. Like
that's insane.
This to me,
the fourth Die Hard movie to me is where it crosses the line into like
it's Fast and the Furious 1 versus Fast and the Furious 10. It's like they go to space and like it's that build. They have to build off of it. And so in the first one, does he jump out a window attached to a fire hose and smash into the next floor down? Of course, that stuff happens. Does he?
It's also insane and like not like he survives it. But that was another thing with this. Like overly, a lot of the things in him like cost him so much. It's not like
yes,
he was gonna die, so he's gonna die one way or the other. But you still get like him bashing against the window and the blood all over the window from his foot and like.
But he's like not overly built. He's not The Rock.
Nope.
You know what I mean? He's not Jason Momoa. He's got physical fitness to him, but he's not like, and he's balding in a sense. Like he's not like he's the everyman cop. If you think about 100%. It, that's just it is mentality is saving his wife, obviously, and getting these terrorists to stop doing their plan. So it's like he cares about other people more than he does this whole thing, Paul. The other thing about it, you think about it, obviously it's a fake movie, but like in bare feet.
Yeah. Oh god.
Which I didn't see the foreshadowing. I never thought about that. Like
come back. Like the first terrorist he kills, and he's like 100 million terrorists in this world, and I kill one with feet smaller than my sister. Like he's always like goes back to reference all these things.
Hey, by the way, I'm kicking ass here with no shoes on. And it's funny because it's like the foreshadowing I never saw until I watched it this time, which was when he's on the plane, the guy's like, hey, you don't like flying, get to your hotel and scratch your feet. So he takes his socks and shoes off and does it. And then shit hits the fan, and now he's stuck without any shoes on.
When the terrorists show up.
And that's why you never take your shoes off, people. No, but
always goes back to that.
And it's funny, and then he mentions it later on. And some of it's like a, hey, by the way, I'm trying to make it look more extreme in that sense, like the writers of the movie. But yeah, it's true. I feel like he's just the every person visiting his wife, trying to rebuild their marriage together, and he ends up saving the day in a sense. Like, obviously the building's still explosions and there's still people who die, but like,
the building's
you know,
Well, I mean, he saves almost all the hostages. One of them is
one's a dickhead, cokehead anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. He put himself into that one. He's an idiot. So
I love that. How cocky that was. Hey, buddy, like the whole scene, and then he's just like, we're like, the second he called him, like, oh, he's dead. Like the first time I saw this movie, I'm like, there's no way he's surviving this. And then the Bruce Willis knowing that. Like John McClane knowing that, like he knows it from the beginning. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh my God, he shot him. Like he knew when he was talking on the phone, the second he knew who it was, he's like, dude, you're dead. You do not know these people.
Holly.
Yeah, and you're dead.
He hadn't found Holly, and then he's like, there's no way we're going to get you out of the situation you put yourself in.
And the funny thing is, Alan Rickman goes on to play Snape. In Harry Potter. No, like he is a talented actor, and I think that's for Hans Gruber. And then they do play into this later in the movies, pulling in. Is it the next movie or is it the third movie? Is it the next movie?
Third movie.
Third movie where they bring in his brother or something like that.
Brother, yeah. And that McClane knows that all of this stuff is just crap. Like the whole like he's a terrorist doing all this, and they're gonna blow up all the gold. And it's like, no, he's not. I know the family. This is a heist.
Yeah.
Like at the end of it all, he's just trying to steal it and make it look like. Yeah, he didn't.
Well, who was the guy in the limousine? Do you remember his name?
Oh,
not the actor, but the character. He was funny. I liked him.
Oh,
he had that
very
comedy. Well, that's the thing I think also that does well in this movie is that I think a great action movie.
There we go. I got it. Argyle.
A great action movie like this has to have light moments. So it has emotional moments with him and Holly.
Yeah.
With John McClane Holly, but also has like those light moments like Argyle, the jokes about Argyle, the jokes back and forth with the other police officer, I forget his name too.
Powell.
Yeah, Powell. And then the other, like there's like jokes in there. There's also like this lightheartedness that kind of like dampens, because it was just blow up. I mean, when Michael Bay movies are just blow up movies anyway. But like,
yeah, you wouldn't care. That's the catch.
No,
you care about this like you like John McClane. Like overall, you like him. That's why you can go back and rewatch this movie over and over again, because I enjoy the characters.
Yeah.
Like, I like McClane. I just wanted to end up seeing him. And that's another one. We'll watch the first one, and I already got the itch now to watch the second one because I just want to keep seeing John McClane.
Yeah. Well, I did this. So I read this Fast and the Furious book called Welcome to the Family, and it was honestly fantastic. And it goes back further for me because like the first time I like skipped class in high school was to go see the Fast and the Furious. I was all into cars at that time and so on and so forth. So I was like, I want to go see this movie. The first time I like had people over like to watch like a bunch of people over to watch like a DVD to do like it was the Fast and the Furious when it came out on DVD and so on and so forth. So I like to see the progression. I want to see behind the scenes. It was a fantastic book. It's called Welcome to the Family. It's just available. It came out last Tuesday, the 25th of November. But I don't know where I was going with this. But there's this love to things, and there's this like, you like number one, and things progress, but like it always goes back to number one. To me, the best Fast and the Furious movie is always gonna be number one, because it's true to heart. It's where they built it from, and so Die Hard's always gonna be number one. But I think that watching all of the movies is gonna be amazing. Oh, that's what I was going to. I read the book and I'm like, okay, now I want to watch the movies again. I'm like, oh God, I had to watch all 10 movies. And Die Hard's the same way. I might watch 1, 2, maybe 3, just to get through the older ones in the original films, really, and then see how I go from there. But yeah, it's going back to watch this was fun. Like it's one of those things that like, I don't know. Again, that's another reason why I want to classify it as a Christmas movie. So I watch it every year, because if I don't classify it as a Christmas movie, I'm like, I'll watch it every once in a while. But like, I'll watch it every like November, December, because the fact that it has that Christmas theme to it, and I have an excuse to do that, not just being a huge Die Hard fan.
No, I think this fits in my top 10 favorite movies of all time, and it might even be in top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I absolutely just love this movie. And I love showing it with somebody who hadn't seen it before. Like Liz and I watched it, and she'd never seen it. And I was like, "How have you never seen Die Hard?" Like, you kidding me? And then
it's funny. One of those things that I'm always like, Die Hard is one of those ones that I'm always like, okay, someone hasn't seen Back to the Future. I'm always like, Back to the Future is such like a popcorn movie in a sense, where it's just like a fun. It's not an action movie. It's an adventure movie. Like it's like Indiana Jones. Action. Any adventure is like action adventure, but like. When someone says they haven't seen Back to the Future, I'm like, come on, like it's such a great movie. And then I'm like, when someone hasn't seen Die Hard or someone hasn't seen like a horror movie, I'm always like, well, if you're not into action films, I can understand that.
Well, that's
but
why
Back to the Future is one of those ones. I'm like,
Die Hard goes beyond an action movie.
Yeah, oh yeah, it does.
I can see it. My favorite movie is RoboCop. I can see somebody say I haven't seen RoboCop. I'm like, oh, all right. I mean, if you're like a guy our age, I'm like, how have you not seen RoboCop? But all right, I can see other people. I don't like sci-fi or it's super violent or whatever. I mean, this movie's violent, but I am always shocked someone hasn't seen Die Hard. Like, how is that possible? And this year, I feel like Charlotte's finally old enough to watch it, and I was really excited to watch with her. But then she had a sleepover with a friend. She went to their house, so no Die Hard this year. Yeah, There's my big exciting. We get to watch Die Hard moment, kid, and no.
And you know what happens. It's still one of those things that it's not. So I know what happens in certain movies. Like, I don't know what movie I just watched recently where I was like, I know what happens next, but I still, but you don't know because it's been long enough that it's kind of foggy. When it happens, you're like, oh yeah. But
I have watched this movie on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, the director's cut. Like, I have seen every variation of this thing besides seeing it on the big screen, which I wish I had.
The only thing is that changed a little bit are like when the dude from the office calls with Hans and says, "Hey, I got someone here," and you originally think it's Holly, and it's not Holly, or you'd think that John McClane thinks it's Holly, and then when Hans Gruber is on the floor and he's acting like he's not the terrorist, those are the kind of things that you kind of like go, oh, and like when he calls Argyle in the limousine, he doesn't answer or it breaks up, like those are things that like when you watch the movie the first time, you're like, holy shit. Now it's like, well, you know what happens. But other than that, there's still moments where you forget or you get little clues to see things. Like I said, I didn't think of the foreshadowing with the feet thing on the airplane to then thinking that, oh, yeah, it's telling you that he's going to be barefoot the rest of the movie kind of thing.
I think I might have this movie memorized.
Well, it's one of those movies. And I can't really, it's good acting for most part. It's good action. It's 1988 special effects, which are not breathtaking, but they're not also horrible. It's got that, to me, it's got that Christmas theme to it.
I feel like the effects of this movie fit the time and place very well. And I feel like none of it looks bad. There's the scene where they have the SWAT send in their armored vehicle, and you can sort of tell that it's like a model, but really outside that, all the explosions, I mean, the helicopter falling off the side of the building and blowing up still looks like a helicopter actually falling off the side of the building, not a model. But like the only one was the one scene just at the second that the SWAT vehicle goes up these stairs and gets caught that kind of looks like a model. And that's literally about it. But this movie also it doesn't require lots of special effects. Most of the movie is practical effects, which all hold up well.
And it does. But I never, what I can't pinpoint, and it's a weird thing, is that it's all good, which makes it great. And so that to me, but there's nothing to me, like if someone goes, why do you like Die Hard so much? I'm gonna be like, because I do. And that's basically how it boils down to. It's like, I don't really have an actual, like, I love the relationship between Michael J. Fox what's his name? What's his actual name in the movie? Marty McFly and Doc Brown. Like, I love their relationship. I love this, that, and the other from certain movies, like Indiana Jones and his, whatever. But this is like one of those things I'm like, this is good and this is good and this is good. You add it all up and it equals great. I don't know like exactly. I can't pinpoint exactly why I like this movie so much.
I really like the character of John McClane. Yeah. So you get to the point of like, I don't know, you just like seeing him, you like following him along through his journey, like all that. And I feel like this movie does a great job too of keeping you on the edge of your seat and constantly really like getting every last minute of that like anxiety in the scene. Like he's climbing down, he's trying to get away from the terrorists. They're closing in on him. They're getting so close, and he's trying to climb down the air duct. And you can see he's using the strap from the gun, and it's like it's breaking, it's giving way, and it's showing it. And like, it's not an unnecessary scene. It's not a dragged out scene, but it's perfectly done. Of like, oh God, is he gonna make it? Is this gonna work? Like, they've done it, and it's in it over and over again. He jumps off the roof with the fire hose, which by the way, I watched this as a kid with my grandmother, and my grandmother's like, I'm done. She didn't like heights. Jump up. She's like, no, I'm through. Doing that and his feet, as he starts going to pick the glass out, my grandmother's done. Like, no.
Well, there is like, I usually get kind of cringy when I see something. At OBC, well, every once in a while at OBC we have like the action, like the mountain climbing, like Red Bull TV stuff on, and like every once in a while, like I could literally get chills like in me. And I'm like, Jesus, and I'm like, obviously they're not dead. They wouldn't show this.
They're probably not showing that episode.
This is obviously fake. This is a make-believe movie. However, there is still moments, but this is, I don't think, as much to me. I don't know why, but I think that, well, first of all, the only thing I would say is that he hand ties a large fire hose to him.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if he actually had like, oh cool, this guy had climbing gear, and you like I'd be a little bit better. But like I don't know, man, that's pretty ballsy to fucking
That's
think
crazy.
that, like I guess if he doesn't, he
Crazy.
dies anyway. So like to me, to him, it's better luck at doing this than just
He
standing there.
knows the roof's
It's
gonna
the
get blown up. He
yeah.
knows that these guys in the helicopter are trying to kill him. Like he's out of options.
If my house is on fire and I jump out the first story, I know I'm gonna break my leg, but I'm not gonna die in a fire like that
Right.
thing. Like,
You're jumping off the top of a massive building with a fire hose strapped around
I
you.
either can possibly break through the window and survive or die. And so it's like one of those things. What choice are you going to take? It's likely going to be that one. But also again, that's where it takes like the everyday man and makes him just small amount or so a little bit more of a badass is the fact that he even like thought about that this possibly could work. And it works and it jumps out and does it. It's so I don't know. It's fun to see him do that and stuff. And again, the whole thing at the end, you're like, wait, he did it all barefoot.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
barefoot in a like undershirt.
Undershirt and like bleeding and just beat up and it's the proof of when the wrong people are trying to do like the people outside, the cops, the FBI, all that
they're
stuff.
not doing anything productive.
They're not doing anything right, and he's in there doing it, handling it all himself, like and no one believes that he's the good guy and all that stuff. Like all of that just moves together and makes such a great.
Yeah, you have this sleazy sort of like almost like sleazy politician cop.
Yeah,
that's the chief of police there. That's deputy chief of police.
Then you got the news guy.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna nail him. And then you have the other cop, the other like more like everyman cop that is like, you think he gives a shit what you're gonna do to him? Like seriously?
But did they need to put the news anchor part in there? No, but it adds so much to the movie.
It adds to it.
It adds
Paulie punching him out at the end of it.
It's great. And it's also like real life in a sense. Like it is that certain media don't know where the line is.
Yeah.
Like your dad and mom are stuck in this hotel, this office park, and the building's about to be blown up, and we're gonna go try to interview the kids at the house and the nanny.
On Christmas Eve,
and how poignant is it to nowadays when he goes, "I'm gonna call INS," like.
Yeah,
like that's exactly what someone would do now.
What a sleazeball! So he can get what he wants out of this.
Oh gosh,
total sleazeball.
And it adds like it's another element, another layer to this story. That, and again, I had not read the book, and I guess people could correct us on this, or whatever. But is that part of the book, and that's why it was added? Was it Hollywood adding some things to it to make it more of a rounded movie and some comedy and some things in it?
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to read the book now.
I honestly never realized it until one day I was doing some research on this movie, and realized that it was based on a book. And that was a couple years ago. And then when I was doing the research again for this episode, I was like, oh yeah, it is based on it. I've got to add that to my list. I got to own it. I want it. I want to buy it and put it on my shelf because I feel like that's such a cool thing. It's those that you don't realize that it's based on something. Like honestly, I didn't realize until more recently that I Know What You Did Last Summer was based on a book.
That's surprising. Yeah,
it's it's different. It's not completely different. It's basically they took the title and some of the themes of it, but it's not the same. But yeah, so I didn't realize it was based on the book, which is kind of crazy in that sense. So like seeing some of these movies that you didn't realize. Again, back to the Fast and Furious thing. It's not based on a book or a movie or a comic or anything. It's based on a newspaper article.
Yeah,
Fast and the Furious. It was called Racer X, about the culture in racing, street racing, and they took that newspaper article and bought the rights to the story and made a movie out of it. So it's kind of like one of those interesting, fun facts that I don't know. I mean, most people might know about it, but I didn't realize it until like more recently that it was based on the book. Which someone getting way back into reading novels and stuff like that, I can't believe I haven't read it yet, to be honest with you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I read Jaws this summer and absolutely loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'd never read Jaws, knowing that it started as a book first before the movie. So I got that one. So maybe next summer I'll read Die Hard. As the movie came out in July, we'll go for that. Not mention I'm such a slow reader that probably take me to Christmas to finish it anyways.
And I'm also thinking back on things like the name of the movie, Die Hard, I think has done wonders for the movie. Like the book's called Nothing Lasts Forever, and I guess it sounds like an action film. Like Nothing Lasts Forever definitely sounds like an action film.
It's got a very James Bond vibe to it.
Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever, like.
But
I'm glad
that they changed it to Die Hard.
Title wouldn't have stuck. I feel like
no.
This like.
Well, the first I just read this book, so that's why it's all in my mind. The first name for the Fast and the Furious was actually going to call Racer X because that was the name of the article. But then Racer X trademarks owned by whoever because of Speed Racer and all those guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it was going to be called Red Line. And then they changed it to the Fast and the Furious, and I'm thinking to myself, like, that those movies would not be around right now if it was called Racer X or Redline. Like those movies, just thinking about like the name of the movie, it still hasn't been any consistency in the name of their movies.
Redline doesn't really imply enough to general knowledge of what that's.
But like this is the same thing. I feel like the Nothing Lasts Forever would be great, but Nothing Lasts Forever 2 and Nothing Lasts Forever with a Vengeance and all that wouldn't have worked. And so I'm thinking the best decision they made in that sense was calling it Die Hard and then Die Hard with a Vengeance and did it, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. It changes that thing.
Did you remember seeing, because I love this, when I worked for Advanced Auto Parts, they bought Die Hard battery from Sears as Sears was going under, and they made a Die Hard commercial.
That's amazing. That's
amazing.
And
they brought back Argyle, and it had Bruce Willis in it, and they brought back what's his name, Theo, because Theo doesn't get killed. He's one of the only he's like the only terrorist that lives, and that's what they had. They had like Bruce Willis going on like the car dying on the side of the road.
That's amazing.
And then like Theo showing up, getting revenge, and having all these terrorists, and McClane's trying to get away from him. He's crawling through an air duct, and he falls out onto the floor of Advanced Auto Parts. He gets a battery, and it was like great. It was. I gotta tell you, I humbly don't believe that Advanced Auto Parts did a lot of right things, but they did something right there with that commercial.
And again, it's transcended time. It's transcended action movies, holiday movies, whatever you want to call it, adventure movies. It's transcended that to the point where it become pop culture. That Die Hard is one of these. I mean, they've spoofed it in a sense, like, you know, like other people. Kevin Hart has done something called Die Hard, and they've done things like that where it's like taking that theme of it and making it something else. And again, I think those Christmas ornaments that he's crawling through the duct,
pop culture thing. This has made it into the like main like stream.
Yeah,
like of Die Hard. Like, this is it. This has now made it for mainstream. I mean, the fact that they do have in the Christmas section that how Die Hard merch. A lot of places you go to like bookstores or whatever, you're gonna find those little pieces of it out at Christmas. So definitely has gone into that.
It's in 2017
one of the few action movies really that has crossed something into like more of a mainstream thing.
Well, and again, the legacy of it, it's been crazy. In 2017, it got selected to be part of the United States Library of Congress to be reserved as a National Film Registry. And that's because it's culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant in the fact that we don't want to destroy this film forever because of how much it's impacted the long term of things. And again, it's changed the word of Die Hard. When you say the word Die Hard now, it not only is, talking about the movie, but you're talking the statement, Die Hard fan. We immediately go Bruce Willis, like Bruce Willis and Die Hard are synonymous with each other. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, so that's why I think that and also to finish up the Christmas part of it is that it happens during Christmas. All that Christmas music plays when they open the vault. He says Merry Christmas when he opens the vault, and then after the movie's over, Paul, what's the music on the credit scene?
That's Christmas.
Christmas music. So to me, it's like one of those things. And I don't know, again, I would love to be able to hear the history of this. Like I'm reading that Fast and Furious book, but I'd love to be able to like the story behind Die Hard. I know there was a special, I believe, on Netflix or something like that. Like one of the movies that made us, I think, did one. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me on that. But because was it like we used Christmas as a theme and then bam, they added these elements? Oh, wouldn't it be funny if you opened the vault and there was Christmas music playing? Oh, wouldn't it be funny to use it as the post credits or the credits?
Oh my God! Well, the scene when he kills the first terrorist there, and then he writes the "Now I have a machine gun, ho ho ho," puts the Christmas hat on him.
Yeah. Is that all because of the fact that they start where he's visiting for Christmas, we're going to add these elements, then forced it into that more of a Christmas side of things, or was it the whole plan going on? And I'd love to be able to know that. I don't know for sure what that's all about. But yeah, it's one of those things that just becomes, I guess, now has put itself into the Christmas thing. If you want to watch it as a Christmas movie, you can. If you don't, you don't. And again, it goes to the whole it's Nightmare Before Christmas thing too, because it's technically a Halloween movie. It's, but
the title,
Christmas is the title, and it happens to have Santa in it, so on and so forth. So they kind of like that. You don't know really where it fits in that sense. But
that makes sense. You guys watch it during like Thanksgiving. That's pretty well.
That's like I said. You watch Nightmare Before Christmas. You watch Die Hard. You watch some of these movies that are kind of fringe. Batman Forever, if you want to watch them. Iron Man 3. We've done this before, over and over and over again, about how the fringe, like it happens during Christmas thing, and there is that side of things. There's movies that happen during Christmas, and there's Christmas movies. But I feel like this one that blends that.
I find it so funny that Iron Man 3 took place during Christmas. I hated that movie. I watched it in the theaters. I've not watched it since.
But it does not significant to the plot.
I don't remember having
though.
Christmas at all. Right.
That's the thing. It doesn't have to be there. They just did that.
Right.
You know, Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie because he dresses up like Santa. It's a whole thing happens during Christmas. It's a whole thing is Christmas, but it's still to make it. They did it on purpose. And the same thing, I think, Die Hard, Iron Man 3. It's like Iron Man 1 and 2 didn't happen during Christmas. We might as well make something that's connected in that sense and so on and so forth. But
I'd much rather watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special than watch Iron Man 3.
Yeah. But I like the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Oh, it's great. That's super fun.
Nova likes it. He's 4.
We listen to the music now. It's on like the playlist for the house.
Kevin Bacon, man.
Kevin Bacon.
But yeah, so it is to me. Yes, Christmas movie. But I also understand if you say it's not. Like that's one of those things. I'm not gonna fight you tooth and nail on this. I'm not gonna drag it out and be like you're wrong. You know, like it to me, it checks enough of those boxes and have enough of those themes to add it to the list. Here's the deal. I have a list of like 250 Christmas movies that I could watch this Christmas.
Crap, that's a lot of Christmas movies.
There's no reason it has to be in Christmas then because it's already enough. Like I don't need it. So I can again watch that when you're first putting up the first Christmas decorations, put it on.
You got 250 movies. Die Hard better be on the list, I guess.
Well, it is, but I'm saying that like you can watch it in November, okay? When people are pissed off that you're celebrating Christmas early. You don't have to watch it Christmas Eve. Like you know what I mean? Like Christmas Eve is for us is saved for like Rudolph and the Year Without a Santa Claus and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Those Rankin Bass claymation films.
Was it Christmas Story plays like nonstop on one of the channels? So like Liz's family has to think about that having it on. Yeah, which I love the Christmas Story. But and then what country was it? One of the countries has like Home Alone. Is it Sweden or Finland or something like that? Home Alone is like the national Christmas movie, and there's like a channel in that country that plays Home Alone nonstop, starting like at Thanksgiving or something. It just goes on for like a month of nothing but Home Alone. It's like, why?
There is also a behind the scenes thing on Netflix, movies that made us about Home Alone, and that was one of the ones that said that was barely even almost made and did all this other stuff. It's just crazy. It's also crazy to me that John Williams does a score for Home Alone, which is like the most mind-boggling and blowing thing ever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
that's a nice plan. We're getting our cheese pizza and watching Home Alone.
There you go.
As a family.
Yes, Christmas movie. And to be honest with you, it's one of my favorite movies in the top 10, top 15 kind of movies out there. Oh, yeah. But it's not a 5-star movie, so I think I'm gonna put it. I wanted to say 4, but I'll put it at 4.5. 5 stars for Paul. 5 stars for Paul.
5 stars all day.
So that makes sense to me. I can understand it. I just there's that one thing where I can't put my finger on why it's so good that gives it that half a star off. Like there's nothing that can just draw me out and point to specifically. I just think it's a rounded movie. It's a great movie. It's an action movie. I'm a huge Christmas fan. Has that Christmas theme to it, and so on and so forth. 4.5, 5 stars. I think it's perfect.
I'd watch this movie like every month.
Yeah.
I literally had it on VHS as a child and watched every version of it. It's amazing. Yeah. Like the only reason I ever watched it on laser disc because I didn't have a laser disc player. Or like when if I bought a laser disc player, if I came home with my giant laser disc player, I would have been running out to get Die Hard on laser disc. It would have been one of my first movies I would have had. Die Hard, RoboCop, and then like I don't know, after Ghostbusters, I would have been like, all right, let's go.
It's true, and that's one of the things we very rarely watch good movies and talk about them on here, and this is one of those two that's a really good movie. We did more this year with Jaws and things like that, so we did do more this year. But
Dick Tracy and Batman Returns, and we've had some, but then there's also been plenty of crap.
So Paul's got to get the shop open here pretty quickly, but
it's about that time.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Story.
Okay.
And it was funny because I didn't see it until I was a teenager, and the first time I watched it, it was like, whatever. But it is a movie that is like grown on me, and the idea of like getting the perfect gift from his dad that his mom didn't want to get and all that like father-son connection deal. Something about it just hits me. So
mine is a little
Story's my all-time favorite.
Mine's a little probably
which, by the way, is another book I need to read because that was
exactly. I'm reading it this year. Actually. I have it on my list.
And I need to read that book.
Fringe, and people might not like it as much, a little more controversial, but the Santa Claus with Tim Allen is my favorite Christmas movie.
Santa Claus is a good movie.
I think it's just unique in the side. The story itself is unique in that sense of how he becomes Santa Claus. It deals with child abduction and like this whole like thing and having people believe and not believe, and it has just some fun
it's
elements
a very fun
to it.
Movie.
I wish 2 and 3 and so on were as good as the first one has been.
I enjoy all 3 of them.
Honestly, I enjoy watching them. I just think
that
that series of films is definitely one of those ones where it's like amazing and then like good, and then like they're not like anywhere near at the top of that list. But I think it's just one of those things. I mean, Home Alone's up there with me too. I do like Home Alone a lot. I understand why people like Christmas Vacation. It's a funny film. It's great. It's worth it. So I understand the Christmas Story part of it all. And as a kid, my favorite Christmas movie ever was. It's a very rare movie that people don't know a lot about. It's only available on VHS. It's not streaming. You can watch it on YouTube. It's like 23 minutes long. It's a claymation movie called Follow That Sleigh. It includes Elvis the Rockin' Reindeer in it, and it's about these 2 kids that fall into Santa's sack. It's a whole thing. It's so good. God. It's got great music and it's fun. I have it on YouTube. I ripped it from YouTube to keep it because it's only available on VHS, and like anybody has a VCR anymore. You do? I might need to borrow it because the quality. VCR. The quality of it on YouTube isn't that great, so I wanted to worry about the tracking wasn't great. So I want to know if I have the VHS. I own the VHS. I bought it on eBay a couple years ago. It's to see if I can get a better tracking, a better version of it to have, because it's just one of those movies that's it's 23. From one of those movies that you watch and you're like, oh crap, I thought it was way longer than this. Because in your younger time is so
you
different.
remember it lasting like hours, and
I'm like, it was like 20 or 22 minutes.
Crazy difference of time as a child versus an adult. Like
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. It was only a couple of years ago that Liz finally got me to put the VCR away. It was in the living room, hooked up to the television, and she's like, "This has got to go. Like, why do you still own this?" And I start pulling out all my VHS. I'm like, this is why. She's like, "You're an idiot."
She's like, all that's available on streaming right now. You don't.
Oh, I have all kinds of stuff on VHS that does not exist outside of the VHS.
Well, I understand that there was a joke. I don't know if you see the YouTube video or the Instagram video of the woman saying that she needs to buy a VCR because she has some stuff that's so old. And the husband goes, "What are you talking about? What do we have that's not available on streaming?" So and so. She goes, "The last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl."
Oh.
And the guy's like, "Oh my God, seriously." But yeah, there is some stuff, and Taylor has it. But most of the stuff that Tyler talks about. Oh shit, is available on DVD. And so there's not just like the VHS, there is this, but this is one of those few things. And they actually made it, I didn't realize it until this year. They made another one called Follow the Goblin, and it was a Halloween version of it. And I never saw that one. So I need to find out how to see that one. But like, it's just, it's a thing. And so, so it's Christmas.
VHS tape down.
It's Christmas time, so you should watch Die Hard, watch all your favorite Christmas movies. We actually are putting out a couple of things about Christmas horror movies on the website, underrated Christmas movies. Those are all going up too as well. We also did Christmas comics.
We're reading for book club. We're reading The Deviant. So
that's on the list of Christmas comics that I'm putting out.
The first volume. So yeah,
I'm excited for the one I sent you. I forgot completely about that book, and it's not that old. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, why haven't we read that one yet? And it's one of those ones that maybe November could be that because it's not as long, and that way we're reading it pre. But Klaus, whatever Klaus I would say, from Grant Morrison, it looks phenomenal. So I was like, oh man, I might just read it this year and just read it again next year, to be honest with you, because I'm like, I want to be in that mood. But yeah, Christmas is a thing here, and there's in any medium that you like, there is something. There's novels, there's audiobooks, there's audio dramas, there's videos, there's TV shows, there's everything. And so but one of those things you should watch is Die Hard. Like, and you can wait till the summer to watch it because it's summer, but whatever you want to do. You can do Christmas in July. Actually, that's actually July. It was Christmas in July.
There you go.
But you can also do Christmas time movie, watch with your family. I mean, not the family, maybe your older family. Like, don't watch with your family. Don't watch with your 4-year-old.
8-year-old out. Let's go.
8-year-old's probably fine. But
I was gonna let Charlotte watch it. I'm sure Emma could watch this movie. Katie, no, I'm not watching it. But yeah, I saw it when I was little, but I wasn't right in the first place, so it's fine.
Get your milk and cookies out. Watch Hot Cocoa. Watch Die Hard. Watch John McClane kick some ass. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I love, my favorite thing, honestly, about this movie is the fact that what you wouldn't expect. You know, like in Seinfeld, they always he goes, people always talk about, he goes, hey, Newman, and he goes, hey, Jerry, like Newman and Jerry. Yeah. It's only said like in the 9 seasons, like 13 times. Like it's not happened all the time.
That's crazy because I would have thought it was said like
happens way more.
So more often. Yeah, so much more often.
When he says yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, for the first time, he says it so monotoned and quiet. It's just like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And he walks away. But in the future movies, he says it when he's driving the freaking motorcycle into the helicopter.
The whole
thing.
So
it's so funny. It's like how
himself to shoot the bad guy. Yeah.
If you say yippee-ki-yay to someone, they're thinking he's screaming it. But truthfully, the very first time he says it is actually so quiet and monotone. He's like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And he goes in the other room. And I'm like, that is so funny. It never could dawn on me. But yeah, sit there and scream yippee-ki-yay and watch your TV and say Merry Christmas. It's an excellent movie. You can watch it. It's available on streaming and all that stuff. 5 stars. Yeah, I understand where you're going on that. 4.5, 5 stars. I can't go 5 stars yet. But
is this the first 5-star movie I've watched that we've had for the podcast?
Jaws.
No. Oh, Jaws, 5 stars. Yeah.
Okay. But other than that, it's good. I'll see you soon, but if I don't, Paul, which I will, I'm just going to say it that way on the podcast to make it sound good. Right. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Justice.
Paul, we will see you actually. You actually will see people before the end of the year. Yeah, because I think your episode that you come. I
hope I see people before the end of the year.
Well, no, 10:30. I honestly think it comes out New Year's Eve is our comics of the year, so you can say Happy New Year to people. But Merry Christmas to everybody.
I'm working on the list. I'm getting it done.
They're all going to be by Tinian because he just comes up with so much stuff.
Yeah, right. Problem solved.
Yeah, exactly, right. But yes, I'll see you soon, Paul. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to everyone and Die Hard. Watch it. Go watch it. Galactic Comics and Collectibles.com.